Rose and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Rose Team Pages. Rosie here. Welcome to round 6 of Tarot Nightmares, my TBR game. Basically, in my TBR game, I have a set of tarot cards, which is Nightmare Before Christmas, hence why it's called Tarot Nightmares. Now, basically, I have prompts written down for this. I am changing the prompts for next year. So this is going to be the last round, I think, if I get it done in time. This might be the last round that I use these prompts in. So you can expect new prompts and different prompts that I've never used before in the upcoming Tarot Nightmare rounds in 2025. Now, let's go through my November TBR. So, I got the Two of Potions, which is a genre that I don't usually read, and that was Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. Did I read this? No. I didn't end up reading this. Next was Ace of Presents, which was an award-winning book, and I chose Babel for that. Did I read this? Yes, I did. I read this. I read Babel. Babel was a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved being in this world. I did have to take a break in between, like halfway through this book, but I really enjoyed this book. Basically, in this book, you are following Robin Swift, who is a he's come all the way from Canton. He has some trauma at the beginning, and then there's trauma with his professor as well. He gets taken by this professor to Oxford to go and study translations, okay, Greek and Latin, and also Cantonese, and also Mandarin. So you're following him in his university life where there's a lot of friendships. There's like 4 friends that Robin is part of. And the world building in this was very, very good. The magic system is very unique in this because they use silver and translation together, which I think is very, very interesting. I was going to give this a 4.5 or a 4.75, but nope. I decided to give this a 5-star because this book had me sobbing by the end of it. And I stayed up until 3 AM to finish this book. So, I would recommend it if you're a university student or you're just going into university, because you will relate to the characters like no tomorrow, which is what I did. I really related to all of these characters in this. And if you're an R.F. Kuang fan and you liked Poppy War, if you like the writing in Poppy War, you might like this, but this is a little bit different from Poppy War. So be prepared for that. So that's 1 out of... How many did I do? Oh, I had a bonus card, didn't I? Yes, I did. High Priestess was a pet pick. That was Great Expectations by Charles Dickens. Did I read this? Fuck no. I'm sorry, but no. I don't really enjoy Charles Dickens. There's a very good reason behind this. The reason being is because in high school for GCSEs they made us read A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and we had to read it continuously over and over and over again. So that is why I haven't read Charles Dickens since. But I would like to read Great Expectations at some point, because it's been on my TBR for years. But I've kept that because I'm telling myself, I am going to read this. I need to read this at some point, because people have told me that it's very, very good. Six of Potions, Fave Author's favourite books was Watership Down, that I do actually have. Copy is right over there. I completely forgot that I actually have this by Richard Adams. I really do want to read Watership Down at some point, but I don't know when. Four of Presents, which was the series. I chose Mistborn for this, which is the next one was Shadows of Self for me. Did I read this? No. Justice, which was a light-hearted read. When the Moon Hatched. Did I read this? Yes, I did. I did read this. Oh my gosh, I just realised I didn't do my review for When the Moon Hatched. So this was like either I think it was a 4.5 star read. So overall a good reading month was November for me. And I am looking forward to the sequel of this, which is coming out in October 2025. See, I loved the dragons, and I actually really liked the romance in this, but I'm very intrigued about the second one, which is called The Ballad of Fallen Dragons. So, looking forward to that. And Star, which is Chloe pick, fourth one. No, I didn't read it. So that's pretty bad. That's only 2, but I did get a debut novel. I got a debut novel in the post. I got this early before it was released. And this was Hills of Broken Glass by Ellen Winter. My best friend Elle wrote this. I am so proud of her. I gave this 4.5 stars. Basically in this you are following Scarlett, Cal, and Jay. You are following this love triangle. I love the love triangles aspect. This is very dark. Please make sure that you look up the trigger warnings before you dive into this, because this is not light. No, it might be short, but it's not light at all. It is very, very dark, so please be careful going into this. Oh my gosh. This was a roller coaster. It really was, because it got you gripped on Scarlett. The writing was very, very beautiful. It was very atmospheric. And I would just, being biased here, I would recommend this to anybody. If anyone comes to me, I'd be like, yep, read it. Just be careful going into it though. Be very, very careful going into this. I did feel a little bit uncomfortable. That's why it's not got 5 stars. I was a little bit uncomfortable at some point, because there was non-consensual stuff happening at some point, which I didn't enjoy, but Elle did warn me about this being like that, so it didn't like faze me as much as it would if I didn't know. But other than that, very, very beautiful. And seeing as it is written from a British author, Elle is British, it felt like home in a book. It honestly felt like home. I've not been to Ireland, and I do want to go to Ireland. This was set in Dublin, Ireland. The language in this was very British. Very British slang. So if you're not used to that, then you might have to research some stuff. But it just, like I say, it just felt very, very homely. Right, we are going to do the Tower Nightmares now. We're going to go into round 6 now. Let me just go and get my paper that has all of the prompts on, and I'll be with you in a second. Okay, so I can't find the paper that has the point system of the cards. But that doesn't really matter, because this is the last round of 2024. And there's going to be new prompts in 2025 anyways. So it's completely fine. I just wanted to tell you what I'm currently reading and what I'm going to be buddy reading with Chloe in December. Let's go through them first. I am currently reading The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay. I have already read 34 pages, so I'm 34 pages through. We've already got to the main plot of the blurb, which I'm really, really happy about. I love it when books do that. Basically, in this so far we have met Wen, we have met her two dads, so there's gay representation. There is also lesbian representation at her school, which I really, really like. And there's also bi representation, so there's a lot of LGBTQIA in this, which makes me very, very happy. You don't see a lot of two dads, two mums in books, especially horrors. You don't see that. This is basically the book that the movie Knock at the Cabin is based off of. So basically, you meet Wen and you meet Leonard. This big, massive guy called Leonard arrives at the cabin that she's staying at with her two dads. And basically, he plays with her a little bit, catches grasshoppers with her a little bit. She's only 7, by the way. She's only 7 and she's turning 8 in 6 days in this. And 3 people arrive with menacing looking equipment. And Leonard says to Wen, whatever happens, it's not your fault. I swear. None of this is your fault. But it could save the world. He says something along those lines. And it's just like, I really, really want to know what's going on. So, I haven't spoiled anything. This is all in the blurb, by the way. All of this is in the blurb. So, good so far for 35 pages. And then, I am still reading Pen Pal. I was supposed to finish this on the 30th of November. I didn't finish it on the 30th of November, so I may have to finish it in December before I start our buddy read of Imaginary Friends by Stephen Chbosky. We are going to be reading this over the next 2 months, so we're giving ourselves until the end of January to finish this, and then we're going to plan next year what we're buddy reading. But I don't think in October we're going to be buddy reading a lot because Chloe is getting married next year on Halloween, so I'm really, really excited for her. Let's go ahead and do our first prompt, shall we? I did buy quite a few books. You would have seen the vlog where me and Josh have bought quite a few books as of late, but we don't regret it. Like, I bought a few horrors, I bought a few fantasies, so I'm happy. Cabin at the End of the World is actually one of my new purchases, so I've just decided that I want to read it. This one is calling to me. It was going to go like that, so we have The Emperor Reversed. Emperor Reversed is actually read out of my comfort zone. For this, I'm going to let Josh choose, because he's very good at choosing stuff that is out of my comfort zone and I end up enjoying. So I'll let him choose that one and I'll get back to you on that one, what he says. That has gone onto the bookshelf. Has that card. Second prompt just went flying out. I have the 6 of Candles. 6 of Candles starts with a J. So that could be the author or the book starts with J. I'm looking at an author right now that starts with J, and that's Joe Hill. Give me 1 second for this one. For 6 of Candles, which starts with J, this could either be author or title. I chose the author, which is Joe Hill. This is Horns by Joe Hill. I have decided that I want to read this because this has been begging me. I could have either chose this or a James Herbert, but I decided I wanted to choose this because Joe Hill, he's a 50-50 author for me, and I do want to try one of his other reads just to see if his short story was just a fluke, because I have read Nosferatu by him and I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite Christmas horrors is Nosferatu by him. And I've also read Black Throne and other stories, but I didn't like Black Throne and other stories. I ended up DNFing because I just didn't like any of the stories that much. I didn't care for them as much. So that's why I've chosen this. This has been screaming at me for a while to read it, so we shall see. Josh has just entered the room.
Wagwan!
Right, so Josh, what would you choose?
Something out of your comfort zone. That's a very good question. A lot of them are in your comfort zone. A lot of them are.
I know, but I do have some that aren't. Like romance, sci-fi. Romance and sci-fi.
Do you know what? There's a few on my mind. Skyward. Cascade Failure.
Right.
I am gonna go with Skyward. That is almost completely out of your comfort zone because you almost exclusively never read sci-fis.
Okay, so for those who are new to the channel, I am not a sci-fi girly. I am in movies. Which is very, very strange. I am a sci-fi girly in movies and TV shows because I absolutely adore movies and TV shows in sci-fi. Like Star Wars and other things that I cannot think of right now. The thing is, the reason why I'm very scared of going into sci-fi is because sci-fi, I feel like I'm not going to like it. I get very scared and intimidated of the fact that I might not like a sci-fi book. So Josh has chose Skyward by Brandon Sanderson because this is a sci-fi. Out of my comfort zone is sci-fis and romances, for those who don't know, because I don't read a lot of those genres. Time for a third prompt. We got 4 potions reversed for our third prompt. I actually forgot about this prompt. Cozy without murder. I know just a book that came to my mind and Josh's mind was Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. This is very cozy. And it doesn't have murder. Oh wait, no, she's an orc.
Right.
Unless, comment below if you agree with me that Legends and Lattes is cozy without murder, because she's literally opening up a coffee shop. But then at the beginning, I think she murders someone, but I can't remember. But I'm going to put this on my TBR anyways.
You're close enough. You're dark,
my game, so... But then again, she might... I think she does murder someone, but I'm not too sure. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Pretty good, my friend. Pretty good. Josh, choose a number from 1 to 5.
What?
1 to 5.
4.
So Josh 1 or 2?
2.
So Josh chose...
Right, crunchy, they are in the
King
south
of Needles.
direction.
Upright. I hate this. Less than 470 pages. Are you fucking shitting me? Less than... Right. Let's have a look through my my new books, shall we? I don't know if I'm going to count Cabin at the Underworld, because I am reading that at the moment.
Crouch when you got real legs.
But could it count? Could it actually count?
Well,
oh my gosh, it could count. It's 315 pages, so Cabin at the Underworld for that one. That was easy. Easier than I thought it would be. No. I was like, for that one. Okay, 5th month. Ooh, Lovers reversed. I saw them. Lovers reversed. Okay, Love is Reversed. It's a Josh pick.
Just give me 1 second. I'll pick in a sec.
Okay. While we're waiting for Josh, we'll do our last prompt.
What are my choices?
Anything.
Oh.
It's a Josh pick. So it's literally anything.
Skyward. I'm sticking with my choice.
You've already chosen Skyward.
Oh.
Skyward's on my TBR. You can't.
Let me think.
Josh is gonna think about it.
The book that wouldn't burn. The first one.
Okay.
You know which one I'm on about?
Yep, I've seen it. I see it up there. So Josh has chosen the book that wouldn't burn. And the last one is The Tower. Got a lot of power cards today. I love this one. Haunting set / horror.
Q7's almost back up.
Oh, haunting set / horror. What am I going to choose for that? There's so many options. I mean, why not? This has been peeking out at me for a while. Schrader's Code by Scott Leeds.
Yeah.
This is about an estranged father's mysterious death. And then his son Charlie comes along and finds his father's records. And apparently the records play like haunting music and it like possesses him or something. Or like creatures come out of nowhere because of this music. So
if he tries to get in there, like, don't
Schrader's Code.
Well,
okay, let me just get
big line coming
the book
south,
that wouldn't burn
west.
down, and then I'll show you the ones that
So
we've got.
That line
Let's do a recap. So, first prompt was Emperor Upside Down, and this was a book out of my comfort zone. I got Josh to choose, and he chose Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. We got Six of Candles, which starts with J. That's either name of the book or author. I chose Pawns by Joe Hill. Our third prompt was Forest Potions Reversed, which is cozy but without murder. And I chose Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. Fourth prompt was King of Needles. Under 470 pages, I chose the book that I'm already reading, which is The Cabin at the End of the World by Paul Tremblay, which is already 315 pages. So it's smaller than 470 pages. Then we got The Lovers Reverse, which is a Josh pick. He gets the privilege to choose whatever he wants. He chose The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence. The last prompt we got was The Tower, which is haunting setting or horror. And I chose Schrader's Code by Scott Leeds. And then let me just pick them all up. So this is all of my December TBR. My December TBR seems to be consisting of quite a bit of horror, a bit of sci-fi, and a bit of fantasy. So I'm happy with this. Let me know what you're gonna be starting December with. What was your favourite book in November? Mine was Babel, as it was my second 5-star of the year. And how many books did you read in November? Let me know in the comments below. Give us a like, a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay luscious, guys. Bye.